Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Dyson with Death.
Hello.
Talking about my replacement glass for my French press, which is way better than the AeroPress by far. But now I
Also
make
more cholesterol. It's true. Look it up.
What?
Although, if you've got reusable AeroPress filters, those might also be. Unfiltered coffee increases your cholesterol.
Which cholesterol? There's many types.
I don't
Good
know.
cholesterol and bad cholesterol. Because you got LDLs and LCL, CLD?
HDLs.
That's it, HDLs.
But there's also, it's way more nuanced than that.
I can't imagine the amount of cholesterol that gets added or removed from the coffee would be significant based on a coffee filter.
Look it up. Off stream.
Okay.
HTMLs. There's also like the particle size versus the number, and I don't know. Good and bad seems like a
yeah, it's probably way more
oversimplification.
Well, unless we're going to go to 4 years of med school, I think I'm going to reduce it to good and bad.
4 years of med school. You dropping out halfway through?
Isn't med school 4 years?
Probably, but then you usually have to like intern afterwards or something.
Oh yeah, you do an internship and a residency afterwards. But
yeah.
I figured you could get the answer to the coffee cholesterol question with just the 4 years of med school.
I don't think so.
Isn't that all just academics?
Doctors are all. I think doctors are just as bad at nutrition as the rest of us.
Okay. I should become a nutritionist then. That's a good career choice. Not to shit on any nutritionists out there. You guys are fine. Do good work.
You're not fine. You've been confusing us all for decades.
Nutritionist, scientist, doctor, they're all the same thing, right? I mean, hell, you study nanoparticles. Tell me about the cholesterol. What's it look like? Characterize it for me.
We can characterize it by size of the particle or the number of particles.
The color of the particles, the weight of the particles.
All right, we're done here.
The resonance frequency of it. Anywho, I forgot. Oh, troll. Yeah, actually, there's like a scary troll in a swamp. Right.
Is there a troll? You just made my job a lot easier. So Devon has just bumped into a giant. Right. Freshly wounded from a troll.
That's the one.
He says that if I go sloshing around in the swamp, the troll will find me. So we'll see if that's true. Devon has his magic fireflies. One buzzing around him and one off in the distance.
When you come across a third cluster of fireflies, tightly bound, moving about.
Can I use either a spellcraft or an arcanology to tell whether these are natural fireflies or magic fireflies?
Yes.
Or animal handling?
Give me a spellcraft check, please.
Ooh,
oh, barely. These are not fireflies. This is a will-o'-the-wisp.
I don't like that. Can I follow this up with the folklore?
Yes.
I don't know.
Bright lights that zap you to death with strong electricity.
I was going to say, I rolled a natural 1, so.
Yes.
Nope. How deep, can you describe the swamp to me? Like, how deep is the water? What am I walking on?
So you'll have sections of dry land and sections of wetland, of course. The parts that you have sloshed through, I would imagine, are the parts between sections of dry land. I would expect you try and stay on dry land as much as possible. So you've gone up to your knees in the cool waters here. In the daytime, you saw fish and you saw snakes,
I check my junk for leeches.
Your junk does not hang past your knees, I don't think. So it should be fine. It should be
leeches
leech-free.
Can crawl. All right. So I nope right out of that will-o'-the-wisp if possible. I start like sloshing in the other direction, or like perpendicular.
Yep.
Does it follow me, or does it continue bobbing the distance?
It seems
look back over my shoulder.
It seems to be headed for the set of lights that you have that are that you've deployed out beyond.
Perfect. I send my light to intercept.
The wisp
Fight
begins
off
to
the will-o-wisp, and I continue sloshing the other direction.
It buzzes around your fireflies for a little while.
I interact with the will-o-wisp via firefly. From a distance of, I don't know, a couple hundred yards.
Excellent.
Continue. I'm imagining, I don't know which direction the wisp came from. I'm imagining that I'm sort of moving this way.
Perfect. That's my
Through
same
the
imagination too.
Okay. Glancing over my shoulder to see what the lights are doing.
The little wisp is just doing its own weird dancing thing around your fireflies when before you, you can hear a new sloshing sound. Something probably a little bit bigger than you, and that's moving at a faster pace than walking.
I stop, ignoring the will-o-wisp for a moment, to focus my attention in front of me, and I send my second set of lights forward from me to scope out the sloshing. I ready my ultra spear, and I ready a glancing blow as I scout out with my fireflies.
Yeah. And sure enough, there, coming towards your lights, is the two-headed troll. Just as the giant said. You can spot it from... Ding. I gotta see if I have a spot distance chart from the DMG. I don't know if I actually ever imported that. I don't think I did. I have encounter frequency, but not encounter distance. I had to move books, make a barricade so the cat wouldn't crawl into the wrong areas. Forgetting that I moved them.
This just in, clickbait articles say that French press coffee increases your bad cholesterol.
Oh, done.
To put this in language that Neal can understand.
Thank you. Bad cholesterol with coffee, with French press, right? French press
Yes.
makes my cholesterol bad. Well, that's better because I added some half and half, so that should cut it out.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Research has shown that drinking 5 cups a day from French press can increase your levels by 6 to 8%.
Oh my god, that's so minor.
Healthline.com. I know, right? That's a lot of coffee. It's a fair amount of coffee, and it's a barely statistically significant percentage increase.
This is why they say there's 3 types of lies out there. Because someone will be like, yeah, coffee's bad for you. And then the truth is, well...
What is it? There's lies, there's damn lies, there's statistics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little cover. Nighttime or dungeon. Limit of sight. Well, that's a useful thing. Make a quick roll here then. I think we are in 2d12 times 550. Ooh, yeah, you spot the troll as he's pushing through some reeds about 50 feet from you. And stops and like sees the fireflies buzzing about, and one head says something and the other head responds, and then they start like lashing out at the fireflies with their claws.
Can I risk this one? All right.
So
I'll open up with an arcane spray to reiterate how useless the spell is, and then we'll go into combat.
The troll is about 10 feet tall. It's got 2 heads with claws on each hand and fangs in each mouth. And You've already passed no, you failed or passed a folklore about trolls before?
I critically failed the folklore. Oh no, that was the. No, hold on a sec. I passed the. Let's see.
The troll.
That was the will-o-wisp folklore.
Right.
What was that past folklore check before? That might have been.
Could have been
something
anything
unrelated.
That's fine. It's a fine.
I'm blasting. So
you just start blasting.
Yeah.
Right.
So shall we roll initiative? Should it roll surprise?
The troll is currently preoccupied with the will-o'-the-wisp, not the will-o'-the-wisp, the fireflies. So I do believe you have a surprise. Arcane Spray has a range of 30 feet, so you'll have to creep a little closer before you cast your spell. Which I think is fine.
So should I even roll initiative, or is this just...
No, this is a surprise round. Yeah.
So the light circles around the troll's head to its far side as I slosh forward another 20 feet.
Okay.
Does it follow the light is the question.
Yes, both heads turn to face the light. They try and reach for the flies. You'll notice that one of the heads does keep, or each of the heads will occasionally turn to its side and look around. It is a pretty, not obvious, but observant creature. But you have put the lights on the opposite side of it, and it does not see you coming. But I think now you're definitely in this hex.
I need a saving throw versus spell from you.
Yeah.
Using Dex.
Natural 1 on the die.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Let's see how bad this spell is. Actually, trolls probably don't have great dex, although it's going to have a fuck ton of hit die.
I think it rolls a total of a 28.
On a natural 1.
On a natural 1, yeah, because it's a 10 hit die creature.
Okay, so it takes 10 damage. Its dex is not... I don't know what you used for its dex. It's in water, maybe? I don't know if that would give it a penalty to its dexterity.
Yeah, I used I said 28, right? And it rolled a 1, so I used a dex of 7 after modifications, which seems appropriate for a two-headed troll.
Hold on, for a 10 hit die creature, it should be plus 20, so use the dex to... Oh, okay, yeah, 7. Okay. Alright, so it takes 10 damage.
6, 7, 9, 10...
No dex on surprise. It's an interesting proposition. Certainly wouldn't get dex to...
Actually, yeah, you don't get dex for back attacks, do you?
Well, dex AC.
Right. But if you're opposing it by dex, it's because you're trying to dodge it. So if you have complete surprise on a creature, and it can't see it coming, I would expect...
Just be the level. But it does have heads on both sides.
That's true, and I think
Has
the
it rolled
arcane
a perception
spray...
check yet? How about roll a perception check, and if it passes, it gets its dex. If it fails, it is blasted unawares.
Yeah, it definitely passes then. Maybe at the last moment, as you begin to recite the words, one of the heads turns around, and the creature tries to take a dive to the side as your spray opens up against it. Okay.
So the arcane spray is a cone of 20 miniature golden missiles. Bursting loudly and glittering for a moment. It's a wizard shotgun.
Maybe it should just be a saving throw with a penalty based on the wizard's level. Just like a regular, normal saving versus spell.
The difference between the checks being... So another idea I had that I haven't mentioned was to add a secondary effect that can be useful.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't know, some kind of blind or a deafen or a stun or some kind of disabling effect that may be useful, even if the spell kind of even if the damage is weak, if there's a secondary effect. It could also be an AoE, like a crummy cone-shaped AoE, kind of like color spray. But I don't want it to be like, you could like roll against every creature in the area, and the total maximum damage is 20. but I don't want it to be like become cumbersome and like that you have to roll a bunch of different.
Yeah, you don't want to make too many dice rolls and too much tracking of things.
But this is fine. I mean, this was like best case scenario, and it actually wasn't that bad. I got more damage than I spent MP, so that's a thing.
That's a good thing. Yeah. The magic missile costs 3 MP and does 3.5 damage at first level, so...
Although I'm 4th level, so magic missile would... Anyways.
Would do, 7 damage for 3 MP. And you just
Guaranteed.
did 10 for 7? Yeah, not as efficient to trade, but second level spells are not about efficiency. They're just about a little bit higher power. Anywho, the troll has been blasted in the back. It completely ignores the lights now and comes for you.
Okay, shall we roll initiative?
We shall.
You've got 2 music tracks playing, I think.
Yes. I still had the swamp background gently. Good call.
No, maybe I'm getting double music or something.
We still in Chrome together? Oh, hi, look at that. We're still in Discord together. You're hearing the music twice.
Okay.
There we go. I thought you were noticing the very subtle sounds of water in the background.
No, that's fine too. But Spear is AC 5, which I think is much better for me if I'm using it two-handed, but I think I want to do my Strength of Stone. So let's do that. Casting time of 1, so no matter what, I'm going first. All right, so at 6, my Strength of Stone goes off, and then I will be ready with a glancing blow. I flex my stone.
All right. You cast your Strength of Stone. Your hand becomes like rock. You are now a Chevy commercial, and the troll approaches you. It will reach out with both arms and give a growl. You don't speak any non-human languages, do you?
I don't speak any languages.
Perfect. Then you have no idea what it's growling
I
at
don't
you.
think we ever bothered to discuss languages. We're in like a different world and a different time. So like I don't even think I filled in my language slots.
Yeah, I don't think it would make sense for you to understand giant or goblin or orc or hobgoblin or any of these things. Like giants are the only real humanoid creatures around here other than humans.
And I think up until last week we mostly just avoided them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So it growls at you in a mishmash of strange languages and reaches out with its claws to strike you. 2 sets of claws come. The first attack roll is an 11.
Nope.
And the second one is a 12. That is when each head brings forth its
4
sharp
attacks?
point. Yes, 4 attacks.
All right, then I'm going to go all in on the rules layering. It has no night vision, right?
Correct.
And by now I will have been able to move to like some solid enough ground, correct?
You were wherever you had to cast Arcane Spray from.
No, and then but then I can move 10 feet, right?
Sure, you
Cast
can be
another spell, and it's been.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's been a whole round in between. Yes, you've definitely moved to any sort of ground that you needed to.
So we're on some solid ground. All right, it can't see, so it should get -2 for the darkness.
There's a dark vision penalty, absolutely, or a lack of dark vision penalty.
Yeah, it'd be -4 if it's total darkness. I think like
-3 is starlight, -1 is low light. We are a couple days after the full moon, so we're in that -1, -2 range.
Okay.
Are halfway between the full moon and the half moon. So sure, we'll say -2.
Okay. All right. All right. Bring on the heads.
Okay. First head bite. Natural 20 on the die. Well,
Oh, God.
second head bite is... I think I was actually using a slightly higher THAC0. It has 18. That was a 27 and an 18. Clearly the 27 is going to hit and crit.
18 is including the
night vision penalties, the dark penalties, yeah. Both hits?
Okay. I have 17 AC. We'll see how much the first damage does. I don't know how many glancing blows I can do in a round. Only 4. Shit.
There's 2 different damages, and I got to figure out which is the bite and which is the claw.
Oh, I do get a free block. If I can use the spear as a staff, which seems reasonable.
Yes.
Actually, I could just use a hand or something. I guess it's allowing me to use my martial arts with a spear. That's the thing. I succeed. I block the crit.
Okay. Fantastic. The crit is blocked to the side.
Yeah. 19 hits AC. Right, I've got to be better than a 16 and lower than him, I think.
Okay.
That works. Yeah. Nice.
I just have one question about mixing blocks, which seem to be a reaction, with glancing blow, which seems to be a reaction. I don't think you could probably stack the 2 of them, right? It's either you're casting a spell to deflect or physically deflecting, which we have never talked about before. But let's roll with the block
all
here.
This open-ended. Yeah, so let's block the crit, glancing blow the second attack.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. The second attack is a 10 on the damage die. Ooh.
Okay, which is reduced by 4, so that's 6 total.
Yeah. It is a mighty blow from the troll. Tell me, how is it that you block the bite? What does that look like?
I think it goes to bite me, and I bring up like the butt of it. It's a spear, but I use the butt of the spear as a staff. I don't know. I put it between its face and me.
And it just like takes a chomp on the staff, gnashes it around a little bit. The bottom side becomes a little bitey.
But then while I'm busy deflecting that one, the other head comes in and I just barely glance it in time, but it
instead of like ripping out your throat, instead it just like claws across your clavicle and chest with its teeth. Yeah. Nasty.
May I use the spear as a martial arts weapon?
I think so.
It has streamers, Neal.
If you put streamers on it, then all of a sudden it's a martial arts weapon. And I've seen enough Toshiro Mifune movies to see spears used as martial arts weapons. It's legit.
Right. Okay. Am I full on proficient with it by now? I have a spare slot. I've been practicing, but I haven't used combat. Should I take like a -1 maybe?
Oh, because you're not fully proficient. You're like.
Correct. I don't know. I've got a slot, but I have only air speared so far.
I don't understand. You have a slot in spear.
Yes. Yeah.
So
I was
then you're
practicing
proficient
with the
with
spear.
it.
I have a weapon proficiency. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. You got a proficiency
I don't know.
slot.
Sometimes you make us train.
That's true. That is true. My rulings are inconsistent. I should not be a judge.
I do not have a spear added to my combat tab, so I'll just roll it with a staff. I think they have the same weapon speed as well, but anyways. 20 with probably +2 on top of that for it being dark.
Yeah, 22 is easily a hit. Does not clear by 5 though. Or does not clear by 10.
All right, 3 points of damage.
That is so sad.
It's an ultra spear. I thought it was OP, and then I fist him. 10, I think, including the strength, is probably not enough.
Definitely not enough. thrust with the spear, strike with the fist. The troll growls at you.
Glancing, God.
So it's
glancing some of the blows.
4 attacks. Do you want to use your block on claws or bites?
I'll block a bite. I'll glance one of the. Sorry, I'll block a hand, glance one of the bites.
Okay, block a hand, glance a bite. So here comes the first claw attack.
Right,
drop the d20.
I'll block this one.
Don't know why I scream like a little girl when I drop my d20s, but apparently
that's not going to be good enough.
No, it will not. And the troll will score, what was the end modifier? A 20 on the attack roll.
Good lord.
With a claw for damage. 6 points of damage. Second claw will come in with a 13.
Oh god, hold on. How much damage did you just say?
6?
I think that breaks my armor.
Oh no.
Alright, armor spell.
What's its HP?
8 plus 1 point per level. Let's see. 8 plus 1 per level, so it's 12, so 6 plus 6, yeah. Well, shit.
Uh-oh.
So it's all over.
The armor spell is broken. Does that mean the 13 hits you?
Not if it, did you already include the -2?
Yes.
Alright, GG.
The second one will hit you for 5 points of damage, and then the bites come in. Unless you're already dead.
I'm not dead, but... I will be.
Here's your glancing blow on a bite. Bite is a 12, and
Which
the
misses.
other bite is a 14, which will hit. And roll me your glancing blow
3.
against 4 points of damage. Right. You are fighting a troll in a swamp. The troll is wounded, but not as badly as you are. What are you going to do about this? This is a tough situation.
There's no way... What was it? Did I get a feel for its movement? I can't even run from this thing. It's a bunch of attacks.
It's pretty, yeah. It's long and lanky, a little bit awkward, but its height will give it about the same movement speed as you. If you were on a flat open plane and you guys were in a foot race, it would just be an opposed strength check to see who can outrun the other.
Yeah, alright. I quaff a potion.
Ooh, what are you going to quaff?
Oh. Doesn't matter. It can't hit me if I'm gaseous.
Oh.
So I drink a teacup of gaseous form.
Okay. And you fade into mist within the swamp. The gaseous form.
Right. I drink a teacup, and I don't actually know what this potion does.
Gaseous form uses like a mist spell, right? What does it create?
It's slightly different.
By imbibing magical liquid, an individual causes his body as well as anything he's carrying to become gaseous. The form is able to flow at speed of 3. Transparent, insubstantial, can't be harmed except by magic fire or lightning, which do normal damage. Whirlwinds do extra damage. Power potion must be consumed. Yeah. Okay, you turn into mist. The troll is a little shocked that you are no longer there, and the two heads start looking around. And they will chatter at each other, occasionally speaking a little word of common here and there, but it's not enough to piece together any semblance of a conversation. But it talks to itself, or it talks to its sibling. These are too deep of questions for the moment, being the moment at the time.
Does it stay at the scene, or where does it
It
go?
kind of like claws out at the air for a little while, and then like tries to reach into the ground, and then it looks around for the lights again.
And what's the ruling on casting spells while gaseous? Not
I don't think,
possible, or
maybe if they're verbal only, but I don't think you have access to somatic or material components at this point.
okay.
Can you speak while in gaseous form?
Doesn't specify. Yeah, but I don't think so. We abuse. Oh, I think with Georg we abuse the amulet usage while gaseous.
Right.
But
Well, the troll gives up interest after maybe 10 minutes of waiting around and starts wandering around the swamp. One head looking up, one head looking down, occasionally reaching into the waters for a fish.
All right. I think I will mist around the scene of the battle and see if I can collect some troll blood after the creature leaves. Some muddy troll blood.
Like, you're just going to take some of the blood that mixed with the mud on the ground and put it in a teacup?
We'll see what I can find, yeah.
Okay. Let's make some checks here.
And since I stood my ground and the creature left the scene of the battle, I think I get the combat XP for driving it away.
I think that's how you think, yes. So subjective. Such memes. All right. The troll wanders off. You can wait until it's safe enough, and then you rematerialize and can try and get some troll blood out of the mud, which seems like a difficult task.
I mean, it bled a lot. It took a 10 damage arcane missile some distance off, and then 3
damage
I
spear
guess
wound?
I just speared it for 3 damage. There's troll blood on my spear.
That's true. Yes.
So I will get that troll blood into let's see what I got. Gear. I've got to have like a cloth or something handy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think I will wipe my spear onto a cloth and seal that cloth up in a teacup.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will walk over to where the troll was when it first got blasted and see if I can find some bloody mud. 10 HP is a lot of blood.
10 HP is quite a bit.
10 HP it will kill any human, any average human.
Yes.
So like that, think how much blood a lethal head wound will leave on the pavement.
Mm-hmm. That would be quite a bit. So you can find grasses and reeds. I think it was in a group of reeds. So the whole section of reeds is just like splattered with blood, slowly drooling down the sides, congealing in the cool night air.
And I will collect as much as I can, mixed with mud and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything to be rolled to see if it's possible, or if we just I just do my best.
You can just do your best. We'll see what Atropos says about it. Now what?
Getting out of the swamp.
All right. You head back out of the swamp, back into your tile, and spend the rest of the night on the edge of the swamp.
I go a little ways inland.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And nap enough to move again.
All right. The morning will come. The troll does not return to your section. Here's he's pretty happy where he was in the swamp.
Okay.
Yeah, so morning dawns. You break camp, get ready to head out. Give me a perception check while this is going down.
Ooh, nailed it.
Oh, so good. So as you're breaking camp, you cast one more gaze out in the direction of the swamp, which is quite fortuitous because you see there, lurking deeper, like looking at the edge of the swamp near the woods, because you kind of came inland a little bit, you said, is indeed the two-headed troll, who seems to be crouched, observing your camp breaking. It's hard to tell how long he's been there, but you can't imagine it's been that long. Otherwise, he probably would have charged out and eaten you by now.
Is he at my current camp, or is he where his old camp was?
He's like at the edge of the swamp, so maybe
he's sniffing around where I started, and like the second camp was further away.
Yep.
How many hundred feet?
Play D&D with someone for like 20-something years, and they just fucking read your mind. Oh. Sorry, continue.
I don't know. Yeah. Just taking liberties, telling my part of the story.
Yeah, that's.
How many hundreds of feet would you say he is?
I would say he is maybe like 500 feet from you, so pretty distant. You're barely able to see him through the trees.
That's at -6 for long range or something like that.
-5 would be a 12. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't even remotely hit him.
Bounce harmlessly off of his. That hits him. It bounces harmlessly off of his flabby armor.
Perhaps. Yeah, I would expect there to be enough tree cover between here and there to impose further ranged penalties, maybe. But either way, the troll does not suffer damage.
I'm not expecting it to. It's the principle of the matter. It's a warning shot.
The troll's head lurk up and transfix on you in the distance, and then it starts lumbering towards you.
I run!
You bolt through the trees. The troll comes after you with its knuckles dragging on the floor. You have a good head start.
Yeah, I can't increase my speed beyond a jog, but I've got good con. So I run at movement rate 24 through the hills for a full 15 minutes.
Through the woods?
Yeah, through the woods. Do trolls really have movement rate 12?
They do.
I thought it was like 9 or 6 or something.
It is 12. Yes. The troll drags its knuckles on the ground. It comes after you with its weird gait, the two heads prattling on at each other. And it doesn't really give up, actually. You might expect, like many other creatures, that once you get a certain distance, they kind of give up the chase. This one seems a little more interested.
Even this far out of its swamp. So let's see. I'm able to run or able to jog for 15 minutes. 15 at movement rate 24. How far is that?
7 miles an hour for a quarter of an hour.
240 yards, right? 3.
Yeah, it should be like a little over a mile.
3,600 yards. I think it's more like 2 miles. Yeah, that sounds about right. You can jog 2 miles in 15 minutes, pretty easy.
It should be like a 1.75, but yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. You jog through the woods. The troll comes lumbering after you. It doesn't seem to break out into a full run ever. Maybe it can't full run. You'll lose it from time to time, and then it'll reappear again, hot on your trail, sniffing the air around you. I think when your jog is being exhausted, the troll is not in sight at that moment. Like, it's one of the moments where you've lost it. Probably like you've gone down a ravine and up the other side and like twisted behind these trees and this rock, and you're starting to go up a little bit of a hill, and you toss a glance over your shoulder as your breath is running short, and the troll isn't there, but you know you've lost it and seen it again before. But it's still looking for you.
I think if I stop now without rolling any con checks, from my interpretation of this, I don't have to rest. So I think I can slow to a walk and continue moving at movement rate 12.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I want to keep jogging, then I would need to roll con checks, and then I would need to rest afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I walk it off. Cutting through trees, keeping an eye over my shoulder. Ready to break into a jog if I need to. Or climb a tree or something.
Yeah. The troll comes after you again. It picks up your scent. It appears to be following you because the next time you throw a look over your shoulder and see it, it's sort of bent down near the ground, and its two heads are both sniffing the earth, and then they snap up and continue moving. Although it doesn't look exactly at you, it doesn't appear like the troll is able to visually follow you from this distance. It's following you by smell.
Yeah, there's no bodies of water or anything anywhere, is there?
This is a pretty dry area away from the swamp. If you are looking for bodies of water, you will inevitably be able to find a creek if you just head for valleys.
Yeah, if I can find a creek, I'd like to walk through it and see if I can lose the scent.
Yeah, you can find a creek. It's not the greatest body of water.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's maybe like 2 feet wide, 3 inches deep.
Okay.
You're gonna try and hide your scent in the creek?
I'll just cross the creek and
like directly right across.
I'll walk in downstream in the creek for maybe 100 yards, and then cross.
Okay.
Right, I'll just walk ankle deep.
Yeah. Let's see. Ooh. One head passes the perception check. The other head rolls a natural 1. So I think the troll gets to the creek.
Roll a opposed charisma check to see which head wins.
And the two heads start arguing. Well, I think he went this way. I think he went this way. And they start combating with each other. Let's see. The correct head rolls a 13 plus charisma, and the incorrect head rolls a 17 plus charisma. So after arguing with itself for a little while, the troll heads upstream, and you have managed to escape for the time being. But it's only a little, it's a matter of time before it goes upstream and realizes that's not where you are. And if it has the determination to continue following you, you will only have gained yourself maybe 10 minutes of extra lead.
Enough. We have the same movement, so I will keep moving as fast as as efficiently as I can. Right, if I exhaust myself, then I have to stop and rest. So I power walk or walk jog. I don't know if you have any rules in mind for how long you have to walk before you can jog again. So I'll walk for another 15 minutes and then jog for 15 minutes and then walk for 15 minutes and jog for 15 minutes.
There's no rules on how long you need to rest between jogs?
Well, the way it's worded, it says you can jog for a number of rounds equal to your constitution. After this limit, you have to start making constitution checks. Once a check is failed, the character must stop and rest for as many rounds as he spent jogging. Okay. So if you wanted to exploit it, as written, it sounds like you could jog for 15 minutes, walk for 1 minute, jog for your con, rest for a minute, jog for your con, rest for your minute, and never have to roll a check.
Oh, I see what you're saying. As long as you don't try and push beyond your limit, you can intersperse jogging and walking and jogging and walking. Yeah, something like that seems fine.
Or I don't know if you need to walk for as many rounds as you spent jogging or something like that. But
that might be you don't have to do a full stop and rest, but you can just walk it off for another 15 minutes and then jog for another 15.
Yeah, although realistically, it doesn't actually take that long to get your heart rate back down.
Right,
Oh,
but
that's
then
actually
you probably
more work
wouldn't
than...
be able to re-jog for another full 15 minutes. Like, if you alternate 15 and 15, you'll probably wall somewhere in there.
After
Maybe not wall, but
depends how good of shape you're in. But if you're athletic, that wall is going to be like 2 hours in.
Yeah.
I mean, these rules kind of suck. It's actually more energy to ramp up and down and up. Like, this is like interval training.
Yeah.
But if you're in good shape, you can jog for hours.
Yeah.
Easier than you would be able to do the interval thing.
That's how people run marathons, right? They just jog for hours.
People have all sorts of marathon strategies. Some people don't train for them, and then they take 8 hours jogging and then walking and then jogging and then walking. Others sprint and finish in 2 hours.
Those people are fucking crazy. Yeah.
So I feel like I can get away unless it like tries to oppose strength check me and run me down or something. But let me know how you'd like to resolve this.
Yeah. So let's see. I think you jog and walk combo for a little while until you feel like you are safe. What hex would you like to move into?
I think I will jog and walk the whole way home. So this will be, let's see. Oops, that's not the way. Wait, what happened? I was trying to use the arrow keys and it just exploded. So that's 10. I think I can do 2.
Sure, let's wait here. Because it's when you get into the hills and you feel a little bit more comfortable that you will spot the troll again on your heels in the distance. Still nose to the ground, following, then looking up and sort of like running in a direction and stopping and sniffing the ground again, has picked up your trail once more.
Well, I keep moving. So my plan is to move the whole day and try and outpace the troll. Let me know, I guess, if let me know how you would mechanically want to resolve the chase.
Right. There's one more element that's going to come in and interrupt all of these other mechanical things that we're dealing with, and that is the fact that you are very near to a small family of large giants.
Okay.
And I think you are jogging through these hills trying to lose the troll when you reach a hill and spot down below in the valley 2 7-foot giant children, a boy and a girl, playing with a couple of big rocks, rolling them back and forth. You can see that there is a little pen with a bunch of sheep in it nearby. And this is next to a little creek, and there is a large cave that has been dug into the hillside and braced with just like a couple of trees that have been ripped out, not even planed or anything.
Do I see any adult giants?
You do not see the adults, just the offspring.
Right. Well, I will approach the top of the hill and shout down into the valley. Troll! Troll!
Giant children look your way, and the one of them, the little girl, the girl that's much larger than you, goes, "Look! It's a human!" And the two of them playfully skip in your direction as you shout out, "Troll."
I'm hoping one of the parents will come. I'm hoping these are the same giant. This is the same giant. And Daddy will come out. I feel like if I get their kids in a fight with the troll, I will be in big trouble. I strafe along the edge of their little gully and try and shoo the kids away while I...
They ignore your shooing.
Where's your father? And I try and shoo them away.
They ignore your shooing as they approach. The girl going, "Look! He's a little one!" Excited to come play with you.
Right?
Yeah, of course.
Do the parents hear any of this and come out, or no?
question. Yes. Daddy is home. And he does come out of his cave at the sounds of the shrieking and the look, it's a human, which is done at like.
I try to ignore the children and I shout, right? There's a troll coming!
The father will pick up a nearby rock and like look like he's gonna throw it in your general direction. When he hears you say this,
I look over to my right and see do I see the troll?
The troll has yet to reach the top of the hill, but the giant has. Waiting and trying to suss out the situation.
In the direction of the troll.
Yeah.
There's a troll coming, and probably about this point the children reach me.
Why don't you give me a charisma check here? Are you a crazy man shouting at giants, or
yes.
are you a?
And that's just what giants respect.
The giant looks back the direction you came, watches the kids, scratches his head with his left hand because he's right-handed. He's got the rock in his right hand. And the troll breaches the hilltop. The giant's eyes go wide, and he will hurl his rock at the troll with a natural 17 plus hill giant attack modifiers, which will definitely hit the troll.
I hurl my rock at the troll. How far away is...
28 on the troll, which will crit it with a rock for 4d8 damage. Ow.
How far away is the troll from me when it reaches the top of the hill?
Maybe another like 300 feet or so, 350. But the giant will smack it for 12, 14, 21 damage with the rock. Square in the chest, which will like knock the troll off of the top of the hill and then back down the side that it came up. And it does not reemerge. It has been warded off by the giant and his rock.
What if I want to kill it?
Well then,
I don't have
that's
enough
a whole other story.
I don't have enough HP. But I kind of felt excluded from that encounter.
I mean, it's
walk
just on the other side of the hill. It's right there.
I will walk to the top of the hill, or run to the top of the hill, jog to the top of the hill to look over and see the troll.
Yes, the troll is crushed under the large rock.
KO'd?
You see a troll that is like between a tree, like we're on like a sloped hill, right? And there's a tree that comes out of it, and the troll is stuck between the hill and the tree with the rock pinning it there.
You're shitting me. It was that close to dead? Or is that it has that little HP? Like I was like maybe one lucky round from finishing it. I approach I rush towards the crushed troll to finish the job.
Yeah, it's still moving.
Okay.
Yeah, you get within maybe 100 feet and you can see that like its arms are moving now, and it's like kind of maybe it was stunned or something, and it's like reaching around for this big rock, which is pinning it, and it's attempting to move it. And
so I this round I will attempt to sling the pinned troll. So I think I can get within. You said it was 350 feet away. So I don't know how far I jog to the top of the hill and then sling.
Yeah, it'll be about 100 feet away from you when you're about to start slinging it, but it is going to be prone, and
which gives it a bonus.
And it's got like a huge rock covering it, so it's going to be really difficult to hit the troll pinned under the rock with a missile weapon. But if you stab it should be really easy.
I will walk closer to it and blast it. Arcane spray. But I need to. So I get the words ready. I have a teacup in my offhand in case I need to chug another potion of gaseous form. But I will ready my arcane spray and keep moving towards it. So I don't know if we need to roll initiative.
No, actually we should roll initiative because the troll might have attempt to lift the rock.
Yeah. Let's see.
Ooh, 16 on its initiative die.
Ooh, I rolled as low as I can, which is a 12.
Yeah, I rolled as low as possible too. So you can walk as close as you want to the troll. It's there,
see.
trying
Does
to
it say
heave the
any-
rock off of it.
Arcane Spray doesn't say anything about cover. Spell effects that penalize missile fire grant a penalty. So I don't know how prone and stuff would work, but like does a prone creature gets a bonus versus missile fire, right?
Right, but it says spell effects that penalize missile fire, but not natural effects.
Okay.
Grant a penalty
So
to the caster's save.
So cover doesn't even do that? You mean doesn't benefit from cover or from...
No, cover should benefit. So, like, if you want... how should we say? If you walk right up to the troll, it's a large enough creature that you can probably ignore the cover if you get into an optimal position. But if you're trying to do it from, like, 30 feet away, then there will definitely be some cover provided. But if you get close enough and it throws the rock off of itself, then you're just, like, in melee range. So, there's a gamble to play here.
Well, I'll step close enough that it doesn't get spell effects. So we'll just...
Okay.
I roll a 37.
Okay, so it is pinned and prone. So it definitely doesn't get any dex.
Okay, so just no dex and just
definitely no dex, and I think it should have some level of significant penalty because it is like stuck, right?
We've complained about the spell so much. You're lawyering in favor.
Well, it also seems optimal. Like, this is a weird mechanic, and you have it at a significantly disadvantaged location.
Yeah.
So I'll just give it disadvantage on its spell save, on its d20.
Okay. Plus 20, right?
Yeah. So 18 and 2 on the die rolls. So 2 plus 20 is a 22, and no dex.
Nice.
So you will hit it for 15.
15 damage. Yeah.
Okay.
Does it stop twitching?
It does not, actually. It's at...
Really?
15. Math is hard.
Doesn't it start regenerating into the combat, or is that something else that I'm thinking of?
It does start regeneration a few rounds into combat, I think is what standard trolls do, according to Monstrous Manual.
Yeah. So
I think it's
by the books, it won't start regenerating yet. But...
until 3 rounds after it first takes damage.
Yeah.
Which is the rock damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's about at 37% HP right now. And then the troll goes.
Yeah. After casting my spell, I will fall back as much as is possible with a blast.
It will attempt a check to lift this heavy rock off of it, but I gotta see what its strength score is. It gets plus 6 to damage if it uses a melee weapon, so I think that's 18-100 strength.
Wow.
It is. All right. Yeah, you back off.
It gets plus 8 damage. Oh, that's a regular troll.
Yeah, this is two-headed. It begins to... You back off. It heaves and hulls and crushes one of its legs under the rock voluntarily, just like sacrificing that leg to roll the rock in the easiest yet most painful direction. And the rock slips off of the troll and begins to roll down the hill. But you can see the troll's leg has been slightly damaged by this effect, and it will limp for a time. It is still attached, but it's just like crushed.
Okay.
Troll gets to its one good leg, both heads looking at you, blood red with anger, but it can't really support that much weight on its left foot right now, so it cannot pursue you, but it reaches out with its claws and beckons you towards it.
I guess we roll for initiative. I'm trying to think what I want to do though. So I prepare I level my spear at it, ready attacks to stab it if it's in range. and glancing blow, and I back towards the top of the hill. And I think at the end of the round, I will switch to a sling if it flees. Or actually, I'll throw my spear when that time comes, which I think will be movement, which I think will be...
Wait, so you're casting a what?
Just readying a glancing blow if
Okay.
it closes. And so I'm delaying my turn, I suppose.
Okay. The troll will go first then, and it will use its claws to begin to climb the tree with one good leg and two...
There's a tree?
Yeah, that was the tree that it was pinned against.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's two good claws and it's one good leg, and it will begin to scamper slowly, awkwardly into the tree to sort of get off the ground and get away from you. And that is when
great.
the giant father will appear on the hillside behind you. You'll hear his thundering steps and the heavy breathing of the creature. But maybe you backed off from the troll. He's maybe 60 feet up the hill. The troll's maybe 30 feet down the hill from you. I guess you can be anywhere in that 100-foot range you want.
I'll throw my spear at the troll.
Yeah, give me a roll to hit.
No. 10.
No.
So I...
Tangled in the tree branches, probably.
And then I switch to my sling. What does the giant do when he arrives at the scene?
He's got another rock in hand, and now he's watching the battle, right? There's a puny human fighting a troll. This is the great entertainment for a giant. Normally the humans are a source of food and raiding supplies and people to be crushed and kicked underfoot. But here's this weird human fighting a troll, like voluntarily going toe-to-toe with the thing. So the giant's just taking in the sights,
Next round, what is happening? Roll initiative again. So the troll's climbed up a tree. I'm getting my sling ready from maybe 30 feet away from the tree. Does the troll stay in the tree?
The troll does stay in the tree. And in fact, one of the heads just starts eating a branch with leaves on it. Just...
All right, 15 to hit.
That will not do it. There's probably at least a little cover or concealment in there, but the AC is 16 anyway. So, no, your sling stone will bounce around among branches, land against the troll harmlessly.
Shoo! Go on, get! I back off. I don't have enough MP to do another...
The giant will take a couple of steps towards you and then squat low to the ground and look at you and goes, "You! Who are you?"
Is this not the giant from yesterday?
This is not the giant from yesterday.
Oh.
It's a different daddy giant.
I'm a little awestruck for a second, realizing that I mistook the giant. Maybe there's two daddy giants? I'm Devon. Don't say your name.
Huh.
Ooh. So,
Scratches his head.
sorry for frightening your children. If another minute rolls by, I'll sling a harmless stone into the tree.
Yeah, you can converse with the giant and occasionally turn around and huck a sling bullet into the tree. The troll seems pretty... Ooh!
I do it.
That'll hit him.
Is it?
No, it's definitely not going to crit, but...
So, rules as written...
2d6 plus 2?
It's not a crit, though.
Oh, you're right. D6 plus 1?
But sling they do bonus damage versus large.
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Yeah,
I think
so
typically a bullet is... I think that's D4 plus 1, D6 plus 1. You made it D6, but...
Yes. We will use more favorable rules at the moment.
6
Extra
plus
point of damage.
1. I don't think I have anything else. Max damage!
You crack the troll in one of its heads, which like seems to knock out the left head for a moment at least, and it leans gently against the right one. And the other head yells out to you, "Hey! Run!
Bad troll!" I shout.
No. The giant still seems a little confused by you, but reaches out a hand to like pat you on the head, sort of condescendingly, but also sort of friendly, like you might do with a dog you walk across. Good human. Good job. Very good, he says.
If I had stones as big as yours, this might be a bit easier. I look mournfully at the giant crushed rock nearby, and we can see if I get one more lucky sling bolt in. It's probably starting to regenerate at this point.
Oh yeah.
Do I get a third round of sling?
Yes, please get your third round of sling.
Who?
16 AC. I doubt he's got +4 from cover and concealment.
Yeah.
At most, he's got like 50% concealment, which is 2 AC difference. So yeah, that'll hit.
6 more damage.
6 points.
How much better could I do, Neal? It's probably still up.
Oh yeah, still up. The troll shifts his position in the tree, so he's on like the other side of the branch, the central trunk from you, and just kind of chills for a moment. The giant takes a few steps back, sits down. The giant children come up behind him. Go ahead.
I build a small fire. So I start like gathering dried brush and kindling from the hills around. Pine, what kind of tree is this?
This is a laurel tree, also known as a bay tree.
So it'll smell lovely when it burns.
Mm-hmm. Actually, that's not true. Bay trees are way too small to hold a troll. They are tiny trees. This must be a plane tree. Those guys that have the little spiky balls that are so fucking painful to step on, the one that we used to have in our backyard when way back when. I don't know if you remember those evil spike balls of doom.
Like a sycamore or something?
Yes, they look similar to sycamores. The term sycamore also refers to Ficus sycamoris. Yeah, they're sort of similar. I think we've got like maple sycamores, and these are a different type of sycamore. But yeah.
Okay. So a little ways away from the tree, I begin gathering kindling and stuff.
What you doing, human?
Smoking him out.
You want me bring you troll?
I nod. That might be easier, I say, as I begin gathering the components to a fire.
Yeah.
Or as I continue gathering the components to a fire.
The giant will head on over to where the trolls are. The troll is... Giant has 19 strength. And walks up to the tree. The giant's like 20 feet tall. The troll's like 10 feet tall and off the ground a little bit. So the giant comes on in to where the troll is and just makes a reach for it. The troll will slash out with claws at the giant. Actually making terrible attack rolls, but I think that some of them will still hit the giant's AC. So the giant will grab hold of the troll and just like chuck him up in the air and have him like land fairly close to you. But he like gets his arm all badly scratched up and whatnot. The troll will take some falling damage from a 20-foot toss from a giant. 4 points of damage. And the troll broken, battered, severely wounded, lands at the ground maybe 10 feet from you as the giant licks his wounds.
Suppose I will ignore my fire and attempt to bludgeon the troll the rest of the way.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an attack roll. I guess this is the end of that same round.
Yeah.
You were readied, we could call it.
God.
No. No. I guess if he's prone, the fist will hit. You get like strength bonus though, don't you?
No.
Oh, your fist of stone
Not
is
with
long
that.
worn off. Yeah.
So I like jab him with the staff, maybe punch him in like that broken leg,
Mm-hmm.
and then back off.
Yes.
Is the troll still conscious?
It is still conscious, and will get to his feet and try and just scamper across the hillside on one good leg, sort of dragging and hobbling, but putting more weight on the bad leg than before. One head still unconscious, scratched, bloodied, bruised, broken ribs all over the place, some bones outright sticking out of it. There's no way any other person could ever sustain through this amount of damage. Like, he has clear structural injuries that should prevent him from doing anything. But
yeah. Can I make back attacks as he runs?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if like
not a lot of cover
like
here, but I think you can get 1 or 2 shots.
Well, so as he's fleeing, so
Yeah.
I said I backed off, but like probably out of clawing range. But if he gets to his feet and runs without withdrawing, that would normally provoke OAs. So like I'm wondering if like I can close before he runs, or just.
I think you can sling at him from a distance.
Well, he's like 5 feet away from me, and he's getting.
Did you
up
only
and
back
running.
off? Okay, well, if you only back off 5 feet,
Or,
that's
like,
probably
10
not what
feet.
he's gonna do. I thought you, when you
Okay.
said you backed off, that you like pulled a respectable distance away.
I feel like 10 feet's a respectable distance. But, so it's not within opportunity attack range, but it's yeah.
So when if the troll flees, you want to chase the troll down.
I don't know. I want to take some pot shots on it.
But some melee pot shots, which would require chasing him down, or some missile pot shots that does
If
not
he's
require.
running at full movement, he's not gonna. Oh, I guess you still do get melee attacks if you run, huh?
No, it's
Alright,
a
fine.
half move to make a melee attack.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll do the sling then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So instead of running, so if he's running, I guess I don't run him down.
All right, make me a couple of sling attacks.
No.
First one's wide. Second one is a critical hit to the back of the troll.
Oh, to a back, it might actually be a crit.
Nine points of damage, and the troll will hit the ground.
Here's where I run him down and bludgeon him repeatedly.
Okay. So he's regenerating. You catch up to the troll, and then I guess you just pull out a stick and you start beating the shit out of its corpse.
Yeah, I think that's my fastest damage per round is to
Just whack it.
whack it with a staff repeatedly.
Yep, that makes sense. All
And
right.
and then I think I will switch to a knife and like saw off its head. But that's after I beat it to like -10 or something like that.
Right. I don't think you're gonna be able to saw through troll bones with a knife. You would need like an axe to hack it to bits or something. But
Or is a silver dagger? Does silver do special versus troll? I
no,
don't think so.
nothing. Yeah. You won't be able to cut through the bones, but you will be able to collect as much blood as you need.
I want the whole troll.
You cannot fit a whole troll on you. It is too much weight.
Can I roll a folklore check on the troll at this point?
Yeah.
To like natural 20.
Oh.
Okay, so I wanted to like see how much metagaming I can do with like the using fire to do permanent damage versus
Well, you've been specifically
pieces?
told
So-
by Atropos that this troll cannot be killed, only driven off for periods of time.
I feel like that's not actually true though, right? Shouldn't fire or magic or lightning do real damage to it?
Yeah, you've also heard from various sources that trolls are regenerating monsters that fire should be able to kill and prevent the regeneration thereof. But this was sort of directly contradicted by Atropos's words. But
So let's
you
go
know,
with the-
she's a fucking druggie who like huffs paint for
Yeah,
a
let's go
living.
with the should. If this were a typical troll, it should fire damage should be permanent.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you dismember them, even like the hands will go crawling back. Does it regenerate from a specific part, or does it regenerate from the largest
The
part?
largest part that remains.
Okay.
Yeah. So you build a fire and burn the troll?
I need some parts.
What parts would you like?
Oh
my god, you're gonna do it, aren't you?
Yes.
You're gonna do the thing. Oh my god.
I mean, I'm gonna finish what Georg started.
Oh my god.
No, I don't think we're going that route. Georg wanted a troll farm, and you crushed my hopes and dreams. But
Oof.
I think I will burn my MP. So I will keep it very, very low while I build a fire.
Just like stabbing the troll from time to time.
Yeah, to give me enough time to make to finish my little campfire.
Yeah.
And it's a spell component. It's got to be just right. It's got to be the platonic ideal of a campfire for the ignite to work. So I like pile up the kindling and make a little teepee out of sticks nearby. And then ignite the fire.
Yeah, the giant comes on over, as do the giant's children, and they sit like 40 or 50 feet away, watching you do this sort of thing.
I know. I take my knife and I stick it in the troll and leave it sticking in there. That's got to do some lasting damage, right?
And then just kind of like wiggle it from time to time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does the flesh like keep growing and like it gets resistance again?
It doesn't really appear to be knitting together on the outside very much.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not super clear how it's going about, but every now and then, like, something will twitch, and you'll be like, stab, stab, stab. Okay, well, maybe that was just a death throw. Maybe it was regenerating. I'm not entirely sure. I think you're trying to keep it in the point where you'll never actually see it get its shit together. So it'll
I was
forever
wondering if
be...
like, leaving a weapon embedded in it would just be like consistent damage or something like that.
Maybe if you could like embed it through its heart or something.
Oh,
like
yeah.
A key component. That seems
I don't know where
pretty
it's,
legit.
like, it's got 2 heads. How many hearts does it have?
Ready for some troll dissection? Bone saw?
No. This ain't Georg.
Ah.
I had grand ambitions of assembling a troll army. And, alas.
You can bleed the troll into your teacups, and you can pick a part of it that you wish to keep, and burn the rest of it.
Let's see. It's dismembered. The largest piece is where it should regrow from, right?
Yep. So what sort of piece do you want to take?
I think actually the heart of a troll does seem like the most fitting, doesn't it? So I'm going to turn this little campfire into a great bonfire. Keep piling things onto it. I do eventually recover my spear from the tree.
That's good.
And I'm going to burn everything except for the heart. So using Seltzer's Dagger of Silver, I cut into its breastbone and find its heart.
Yeah. I think the troll heart is located in the same spot a human heart is.
Does it have 1 or 2 hearts?
It has but 1 heart.
Does it have 1 or 2? Like, I could imagine a 2-headed troll having like 2 rib cages and like 2 heads. It's just got 1 rib cage and
It's got 1 rib cage with a heart with 6 ventricles in it.
Okay, because eventually it's got 2 necks, right? Does it have 2 full spines?
No, the
Split
mid
at,
spine
like, the
splits
clavicle.
into 2. Yeah.
Okay.
And the heart has the extra ventricles, so it'll have extra arteries and veins coming out of it as well. one extra artery, one extra vein,
Okay.
to head off to the extra head and return from it.
I try to make this as I minimize the how gruesome this is. Right, I try.
I mean, you're performing open heart surgery on a troll.
Yeah, it's okay. I make it as more ceremonial than brutal, if that makes sense.
I see.
So I try to make it surgical. I guess I don't have anatomy or anything, but it's like dagger, saw. If it would be easier, I might use a strength of stone to probably. I'll go ahead and burn my last MP.
Okay.
So strength of stone and like break the rib cage open.
Yep.
And like ceremonially pull out the beating heart of the troll.
Mm-hmm. It's like weakly throbbing as you rip it out.
And skewer it on the spear.
Mm-hmm.
And then dismember and burn the troll in the bonfire.
Mm-hmm.
While the horrified giant family watches on.
Less horrified than one you might think. The kids are pretty fascinated what's going on, and the dad is doing his best to explain to the children what this human is doing, which consists of, I don't know, but he looks like he's burning. I think he will eat the troll, but he is too small to eat the whole troll. Maybe he is making offering to us. Let's find out.
Do giants speak their own language, or?
These giants seem to just be speaking common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say to them at one point or ask them if they want giant or if they want troll.
The father will encourage the children to come and pick at the fiery troll, and they'll come and like snap off an arm or a leg, finger here or there, and munch on them.
I tell them I have no interest in eating the troll. But I think fire is the only thing that will cause permanent damage. Otherwise, they'll come back.
The children hear you. Yeah.
That's a good point. So I make sure that the troll meat is properly seared and damaged with fire before the giants eat it. But chat does make a good point about trolls regrowing in from the pieces.
Mm-hmm. Well, the troll does not regrow at this point in time. It will do so. It will do so later.
From the beating heart.
Yeah, probably in the least convenient moment.
I will tell the giant. I saw another of your kind doing battle with this troll yesterday. I mistook you for he.
You must mean Lobos.
I didn't catch his name. I point. He was coming this direction, wasn't he?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. Is he friend or enemy? Enemy?
Lobos is neighbor. Yeah, I mean, this giant seems to be fairly friendly with you. You guys are hitting it off-ish. He will tell you that there's about 20 giants that live in these hills all told, ballpark figure. Or maybe he's just like can't count. He's sort of like knows them all. They're all sort of aware of each other and have separate territories, and this is his little family and their little spot. And in fact, we will even upgrade your map to include this giant's lair. With the 4 signaling mated pair with offspring.
Where did you? Oh, okay. Does the wife come out at some point, or the mom? Whatever.
No, she's off.
Okay.
Getting some food or something, herding some goats. Doing some shit.
Thank you for your for your help. Is there what can I do for you? Do you like gems?
No. Little rock? No. You gift troll, he says, pointing at the burned carcass.
I shrug. I guess I'll consider the matter done.
Why you kill troll?
This one? Because he was chasing me. But, yeah, all the way from the swamp. Persistent bugger. But his, blood is magic. It's how he regenerates. Comes back. And, now that we burned this one, he shouldn't bother you again.
Troll always come back.
Are there more in the swamp? Or just one?
More trolls?
Yeah.
I'm not friend with trolls. I do not know. But they're always troll.
I wonder if there's just a bunch of two-headed trolls and they can't actually die. It's just different trolls coming back.
Everyone thinks it's the same ones. Yeah, it's plausible. Yeah.
Well,
the moment is
I should
over.
get moving, I say.
Yeah. You go home.
I nod.
You okay, human? I not steal your sheep. Which home yours?
I point northeast. Actually, it's due east, isn't it? I point east. Necrot, I say. You okay? But, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you.
I try to leave you people alone.
I say.
If I make
okay?
wrong house, you call me. Say no, come here.
If you say you friend to Devon, you okay? Just don't steal our sheep.
I Brutus. You Devon. Good human. He reaches out and pats you on the head again with a heavy hand.
What was the name? It was Grendel?
Grindel.
Yeah. You okay, Brutus? So long as you don't steal our sheep. Grendel stole our sheep. Now she's a cyclops.
Oh, you one that take Grindel eye? Oh, I hear about you. Yeah. Good job. Good job.
Sounds like nobody liked this Grendel. Well. Fare thee well.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye. And I actually think I will force march home rather than stopping by Grecos.
Home you go.
Yeah. I guess keeping the troll heart on a spear is probably the most convenient for travel.
I guess.
Although spearing it on a silver dagger seems like it might be the simplest. How much further can I go if let's see. So I moved, that was 7. This would be 27. I don't think I can go a full 37. With a force march, can I go 36? Is that what it is? Am I one movement shy of being able to get to Atropos.
Let's see. You started the day in this hex, right? So you needed to do.
Yeah. So it was 7
plus
17
10 plus 10, so 27.
27. It would be 37 to get to Atropos.
Right.
Is a force march an extra 50% movement, or is it an extra?
I think it's an extra 25%.
Okay.
So that would get you to.
It would get me home, but it wouldn't get me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. You've had a big day. You were being chased by trolls and giants, and you know.
So, what has the troll heart been doing as I've been traveling? Is it still beating on my staff?
No, it stopped, but you like carrying it on your staff, right? So it's getting like knocked around against the staff as you walk. So it's taking, little bits of damage here and there as the heart is a pretty unprotected organ. So it looks pretty fucking dead. Yeah. A little dried out by the sun, sort of desiccated. Not fully desiccated, of course, but
All right. I will go back to my hut that night and rest. Clean off the mud and the blood.
Mm-hmm.
In the river, because we don't know any better. I should really divert some of the river to like a wash pond or something for myself, so that I
like a little separate section that comes out into a pool, maybe like a rock that you can roll into place,
down like a small creek or something, so that
you can do such a thing.
Yeah.
Off on the count. Around. So we saw a giant here, roll here. Boom. Yeah, you were only out for 3 days. Perfect.
Yeah, that's about right.
Well, you have made it home, and I believe it's time to reward you with experience points and call it for the day.
Sure, we can do that.
Yeah. I got that there couch shopping to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So our troll has +9 to hit. It averages about 7 damage on each of its 4 attacks.
Yikes.
Yeah. About 45 hit points. Actually, this one had more. This one had 53. AC 16. It does have regeneration. Or it did. Yeah. Right. So that will be 5,700 experience for the troll.
Do I split it with the giant?
The giant did help you out here. We'll just call the whatever split you would have with the giant role playing for communicating with the giants and exploring the areas and stuff. Because the giant helped you a little bit, but you did you fought the troll a couple of times and did most of the damage. I mean, it did do a big burst and kind of pinned it. That's fine. We'll just still say 5,700.
Divided by 2.
Divided by 2.
Which is what?
2,850.
850. The fighter will get 40 XP per hit die. Is it a 10 hit die creature?
It is. So that's another bunch.
400. All right, so the fighter will get up to 13,866.5. Getting close to level 5 fighter. And the wizard, I spent my full 32 MP. So that'll be 320.
320, yeah.
Plus 2,850. And do I get XP for learning spells as well. I learned
Mm-hmm.
2 new level 2 spells.
I think it's 100 points per spell level learned.
Okay, so another 400.
Mm-hmm.
With the 10% bonus, brings me to 16,408.15.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm about just over 2k off from leveling as a fighter, just over 3k off from leveling as a wizard, I think. I think spell research is 500 XP per spell level.
Yeah, that's for coming up with your own spells.
Yeah. Did you get experience for coming up with these spells?
Yes, I did. Yep. I'm now a level 3 fighter. Wizard, I mean. Level 3 wizard.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, I don't have any spell books, so I still have 0 spells
you didn't
memorized.
Learn how to read magic.
No, it's terrible. But I keep coming up with great spells that I don't know how to use.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be it for the day.
I'm not sure when we'll be able to do another session.
Cool. Just
we might have might be 2 weeks, maybe like 2 weeks from today or something. I'll keep you posted. We'll see if we can get something sooner, but
yeah, let me just quickly adjust the calendar to set that as a vague expectation.
However, Tomb of Scoria starts this week, right?
Yes, TUS does start this Thursday.
So more content coming down the pipe.
Always and forever. There we go. Those things are adjusted. And tomorrow we'll have some Empires of Arcadia. And yeah, cool. So thank you for playing, Ryan. Thanks everyone else for watching. We'll be back in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, thank you.
My pleasure. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.